So this question is asking us to graph a system of inequalities and to check the solution. So I have x minus y less equal 2, x greater than -2, y less equal to 3. Let's make sure we're clear on what's solid and what's dashed. So what do we have here? This first one is going to be solid since it's less than or equal to. This one is going to be dashed. Since it doesn't have an equal, it's just greater than, and this one is going to be solid. So let's do the x minus y less equal 2 first. I always do it as an equation, x minus y equals 2. I like to do it with intercepts. If I let x be 0, what's y? If I let y be 0, what's x? If I let x be 0, x minus y is 2. Let x be 0, 0 minus y is 2. Negative y is 2, y is -2. If I let y be 0, what is x? X minus y equals 2. If I let y be 0, x minus 0 is 2, x equals 2. So I have 0, -2, and I have 2, 0. That's the first part of this. Now, I've got to see, do I shade towards 0, 0, or do I shade away from 0, 0? So let's draw this as best we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, this is a solid line. We know that. If x is 0, y is -2. If x is 2, y is 0, and this is a solid line, looks like this. Keep it going longer. Do we shade towards 0, 0 or away from 0, 0? Well, what do we have? Right, we have x minus y less equal 2, plug in 0 and 0. So is 0 minus 0 less equal 2? Is 0 less equal 2? Yes. So we shade towards 0, 0, which is that way. So we're going to shade above this line. So if we just had x minus y less equal 2, we'd shade that entire half plane. But I have to have these other two things true as well. So my next one is x is greater than -2. It's a dashed line. Well, how do you graph that? How do I graph x equals -2? Well, remember, x is -2, so it could be -2, 1. It could be -2, 5. It could be -2, -3. So what does that look like? You know, if we put all those on there, right? -2, 1, -2, 5, -2, -3. It's a dashed line like this. Do I shade towards 0, 0 or away from 0, 0? Well, if x is 0 greater than -2? It is. So I shade towards 0, 0. Greater than is to the right. That shouldn't surprise anybody. So right now I'm above this line and to the right of this line. So this is the area that I could be working under. We'll keep that in mind. And then I have one more thing to work off of. Again, that one was dashed. The first one was solid. This one is solid as well, yes. Y less equal 3. I'm going to instead graph y equals 3 as a solid line. So what would that be? 0, 3, 2, 3, -5, 3. A whole bunch of points where y is 3. What would that give me? A whole bunch of points where y is 3. 1, 2, 3. Here, here, here. That's a solid line. And are we shading towards 0, plugging in 0? Y less equal 3 is 0, plugging 0, 0. Is 0 less equal 3? Yes, it is. So I shade towards 0, 0, so I'm shading under. I'm under that line, to the right of that line, and above that one, which puts me in this triangle. So that's where all three inequalities are true simultaneously. All three inequalities true simultaneously in that triangle. Now I can check this on Desmos. At least I think I can. So I'm going to go ahead and see what that looks like. So x minus y less equal to, that's that whole region. X greater than -2 now gives me this corner where they're both solid. Notice that's the darkest region. It's not green, it's not blue, it's some combination. Notice this is a dashed line and this is a solid line. Finally, y is less equal 3. So what's common to all three of those? This darkest region right here, this triangle, is what's common to all three. Solid line here, and a dotted line there. And that'll do it.